What's going on, everybody? It's Mdog5 and welcome back to another cooking vid. Clap! Stop clapping! Anyways, today, yours truly is going to make something very, very rare and delicious. You cannot find this in most grocery stores. You only get to have it at like certain restaurants, but that means you're gonna have to pay for something at the restaurant. No one's trying to do all that. Hear me out. For $10. And with some household equipment that you hopefully already have, so this remains $10. I will teach you how to make apple butter. Yes, apple butter. If you don't know what that is,
turn around and die.
Apple butter, you know, like when you're at Cracker Barrel and they give you your biscuits or whatever, and then they have that little dip for your biscuits that's really good. Yeah, that's apple butter. Despite this being only $10, it takes about 10 hours to make.
Bruh.
Yeah, costs $10 to make, and it takes 10 hours to make. Bars. If you could drop a like on the video, you know what I'm saying, that'll help your boy out a lot, and also subscribe, because you know, so many of you guys do that. And without further ado, let's get started in making this apple butter. So yeah, guys, today we are going to make apple butter using my mom's apron again. All right, this is my apron. No problem. I love using it, messing up my own apron. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful apron that I just love wearing. Alright, fam, so we're gonna start off by throwing some apples down on the table. If I can show you what to do with it. You're gonna need about 4 or 5 pounds of Granny Smith apples. And then you're gonna be like, oh, why Granny Smith apples? They're so tardy. Excuse me. I didn't realize that the Granny Smith, making apple butter required eating the apples as they were. No. I thought that you had to reduce the apples, right? Oh yeah. Now you're not talking about how, oh, they're so tardy. Why are you using apples? Anyways, we're using Granny Smith apples because they are tardy. So when you add all of the sugar and stuff that you're gonna add in there later, it's not gonna be as tardy, and it's not going to be overwhelming. So we're going to wash these real quick, and then I'll show you what to do with them. Now that you have your entire island wet and your hands, what you are going to do is, you see that over there? You see that right there? Yeah. You're going to grab a crock pot. And as I said, if you already have this, it's going to remain $10. But if you don't, it's going to cost you extra. Oh, that was funny.
Hey, bro, that was not funny. That was just hella weird.
Yeah, it was. Don't play me. All right, hold on. I told you to stop chirping, right? I told you. I left the AC. No excuse. I left the AC on and everything.
Hey, bro, Peter's been on a streak recently, which is why I'm in Mexico, so you guys can't catch me.
All right. Place your crock pot at the very edge of the island to increase the chances of it slipping, falling off, and breaking. Okay, see, now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to cut the apples, right? See, I'm not really fancy, and I don't have that device that you put through the center of the apple and it gets rid of the core for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut all around the core. All right? See that? You see that right there? No. See, now you have the core of the apple with some access on. You know, you could get a little more precise than me. What we're going to do is put this in the crock pot. All right? And throw the rest of these out. Of course, your boy is joking. We are going to cut these down a little bit. You can either cut it vertically and then horizontally twice, or you can do how I'm doing it and just go like that. This is an adequate piece. Then you put that in the crock pot. And do that with all of your apples until you are done. Alright guys, what I want you to do is go up to Rick Ross, right? He should still be working at the burger joint. Okay, so I want you to find him and tell him to change the song name from Diced Pineapples to Diced Apples.
You broke it!
What's going on, guys? It's Mdog5 and welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to play Guess Where We Are based off of the sound, okay? Now, what you're going to do is close your eyes, right? Close your eyes. And I'm going to make a sound, and you have to guess where we are based off of that sound. Are you ready? Yes, guys, you're at a Chinese restaurant. Bro, all my Asian friends are gonna see this video. Just, you know, they're not even gonna call me racist. Like when I see them next, they're just gonna look at me and be like, you know what, man? All right. See, now, once all of your apples are filled up to the brim with your crock pot, we are going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. This might be your favorite part of the video. I know you're thirsty, but I love sugar. 1.5 cups, right? That looks good, doesn't it? I'm glad it looks good to you because we're gonna add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And I don't want to add it how I was because as you can see, it just looks like that. I'm gonna crumple it in there. Whew, isn't that satisfying? Tell me it's not satisfying. And for some reason, people think that this is a lot of brown sugar. It's not. I might consider adding some more, actually. No, we don't want a heart attack. It's okay. So after you do all of that, right, you're going to want to add 3 key spices. Some salt. Not too much, though. Cinnamon. But I just found out that we don't have any more cinnamon. Not a problem. You can easily replace it with apple pie spice. And since you're making apple butter, this will actually go quite nicely. Doesn't matter how much you use, you just go off of your eyes, okay? You wanna add some ground nutmeg or just normal nutmeg, you know what I'm saying? Again, this is off of your eye. Where in the hell could it be? I know we didn't run out. We ran out. How can I clear this up? Okay, so some people like to have allspice in their mix. No. Just I have allspice in the cabinet, but in the pantry rather, but I'm just not going to use it. I really don't see a purpose in using allspice, and yeah. What we will do though is check up on these birds that keep chirping in the background. Huh? What's going on? I told you to stop.
And I also told you that I was in Mexico, so Peter can't find me.
What I am gonna do though
Is express about the fact that I'm in Mexico for the 3rd time.
this looks okay, but some recipes call for a lot more sugar for the same amount of apples that are in there. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're gonna add about 1/2 cup more brown sugar. All right. So unsatisfying. And after that, add 1 more cup of sugar. All right. Just 1 more cup of sugar. Oh my God, that looks beautiful. That looks like heaven. Okay, now here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna add as much apple cider vinegar. So mind you that there will be the apples itself will create some juices, but yeah. Just gonna put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there. Then you're gonna add a bunch of water. Not a bunch of water, just water. Alright? Until you can hear it hit the bottom. And that's pretty much it. Once you do mix this up. Yes, sir. I'm not gonna lie, I just licked the spoon with the water and apple cider vinegar and all those other juices in there. It tasted mad good. Oh, y'all thought I was lying. Y'all thought I really didn't have it. I'm not using it. Like I said. Y'all thought I didn't have it. I don't lie to you guys. We keep it real here. Alright, now I gotta add this in, and then I gotta mix it up again. Jesus, dude. Careful. Alright, there you go. Mix that up again. The apple fell out. Alright. Another apple fell out. Okay, bro. That's not on, I hope. Let me see. The reason why you want to lick the spoon, right? It may seem gross. Of course, you're going to wash it, right? Not that serious. The reason why you're going to lick the spoon... Wait, hold on. Let me get my chef stance. Well, I'll explain this. The reason why it is suggested that you lick the spoon is because the flavors that you get from licking the spoon will imitate the flavors of your apple butter. Therefore, if you are unsatisfied, you can change accordingly. We are going to put that in the crock pot like so. We're going to turn it up to high. And then you're going to put your lid on until it looks something like this. These apples sure are smelling good. So here's what we're about to do, right? When the apples lose their color and they start to look like this, right? That's when you turn this down to low. And you have to mix them up. So this took about 3 hours total process. But look, I just want y'all to look at this. You can only imagine how it smells, right? We're going to let this sit on low. And you're going to pull a Jay-Z and leave the top off. Voiceover time. Sorry. So basically, you guys recognize the texture. Like, once your apples get to that texture, you want to get an immersion blender. What? You don't have an immersion blender? Whose broke ass does not have an immersion blender? You're probably the type of dude to get a cake mixer to do the job instead. Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. Yo, cut. Next. I'm literally only using the cake mixer just to show you guys who don't have an immersion blender how to do this. I mean, the cake mixer doesn't work anyway, so what you're going to need to do is go out to the store and buy an immersion blender, right? I mean, it won't be under $10. Remember, if you were paying attention to the beginning of the video. Anyways, right? You're going to want to get a blender like this. The goal is that you want to reduce the apple peels because you don't want an apple peel in your final product, right? But the thing is that you also don't want to turn the blender on for too long since you're putting something hot in a Ninja blender. Do not keep it on for too long, all right? It's gonna purify quickly, all right? Do not keep that for too long or else it will explode and it will sound like this when you take it off. You guys are uneducated, probably thought that I was lying when I told you that it would explode. I clearly wasn't. I don't lie to you guys. Anyways, what you want to do is put it back in and scoop out the remaining peels and put it back into the blender. And that's what it looks like when it's all done. So basically at this point, you're just going to want to let it sit until it looks like this. The one mistake that I made was not mixing it up when it looked like this and letting it sit. But as far as the final result, it was pretty good. So when it looks like that, keep mixing it until the liquid fully dissolves and evaporates into the mix. It does both. I don't know why I used both words. This part is extra as hell. Let this chill overnight, and this is your final result. You can put it on pretty much anything you want in terms of bread. It will just intensify the taste greatly. What I would do differently is add more sugar, maybe about 4 cups and way more brown sugar, and let it sit. Other than that, I'm gone.
Yeah. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there.